Yells.
Alright, what's going on, y'all? So this is my hands-on impressions of the Xbone, the Xbox One, the Xbox 720p. You know, this shit got a lot of names, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's got tons of different names, but I got my hands yesterday on the Xbox One. They had some event going on, you know, so I decided to see, you know, I want to see what the Xbone hype is about, you know, one of my boys. So first of all, we walked in, and to be honest, like, I was expecting it to be kind of packed. You know, it's a new generation of gaming, and I'm expecting all the booths there like to be pretty much packed, you know what I'm saying? And I thought there's gonna be a queue outside and shit. We walked in and it was literally empty. Like, it was empty. Like, we walked up to the cloakroom. My boy wanted to drop off his bag. Like, there wasn't even a queue for that. There wasn't a queue. And then we walked into the game section. First thing we saw was Forza 5. There must have been at least 6, 7 or 8 booths for Forza 5, and they were all empty. They were all empty. I swear, all of them were empty as, like, nobody was playing it. So we thought, you know what, since this shit is empty, let's just see what Forza's saying, you know. As a Gran Turismo fan, you know, and my boy's a GT fan as well, obviously. We've been banging out GT since day one. So we said, you know what, let's see what this Forza game's saying. You know, Forza 5, so much gas, the cloud and all that nonsense. Let's see what Forza, let's see. So we sat down and we played Forza. First of all, the controller. I ain't gonna lie to you, the controller, as soon as I picked it up, it was a bit of a beast. Like, it was super comfortable. The triggers are great, you know. It just fit perfectly in my hand. Like, the Xbox controller is pretty damn sick, I can't lie to y'all. It's pretty damn sick, you know. One thing I will say is that I don't know what L1 and R1, I think they call it RT and LT on the Xbox. Absolute garbage. Like, garbage. I mean, overall the controller is really good. It's really comfortable. There was a time when I was playing FIFA, which I'll get into in a bit, where my hand was, well, my thumb was like slipping off the left analog stick. So that was a bit dodgy, but like I said, the triggers are good, but the L1 and R1, or the RT and LT, whatever y'all call it, is absolute garbage. I mean, it feels like an effort just to press them buttons, you know. I don't know what they've done there. I don't know what's going on there. That is a huge fuck up. L1 and R1 is a huge fuck up on the Xbox One controller. Absolute mess up. But like I said, overall the controller fits really nicely into your hand and stuff. Analogs, you know, I'm not too sure about them just yet, but so we sat down and played Forza, and it's just not realistic. It just does not seem as realistic as a Gran Turismo. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. It seems more like an arcadey type of game, and I mean, it just did not feel right. Don't ask me why. I mean, I talked to my boy and he was so disappointed as well. Like, he was majorly disappointed. Of course, the graphics and stuff look great on the game and all that shit, but I mean, it's a next generation game and it has to look good, doesn't it? So, but you know, in terms of the handling and stuff, I mean, I chose a McLaren. I think my boy chose a Ferrari 458. We just wasn't impressed. As Gran Turismo enthusiasts, we just was not impressed with Forza. I'm sorry, we just weren't. You know, my friend was complaining about the braking and shit, like the braking was fake and it skids, and you know, he wasn't impressed. He wasn't impressed, but you know, I don't want to talk about Forza all day. I want to get on with the Xbox. That console is fucking huge. Like, damn. Like, I mean, the original PS3, it was huge, but it was sexy as. I mean, it was amazing. It looked beautiful. The Xbox One looks ugly. I mean, this is the Xbox One, and I ain't exaggerating. I ain't being a fanboy. This is the truth. Take a brick, right? Just take a, you know, one of them bricks that you see. Just take a brick and paint it black, and there you have an Xbox One. Seriously, that's all it is. It's huge, like huge. I mean, yeah, like, I got a picture of my phone. You know, I might put it up on this video. I don't know if it's up here already, but it is huge. Like, damn. Yeah, it's so big. Xbox One looks ugly as fuck. I mean, it's terrible design. But you know, whatever. It is what it is. They probably did it by purpose so they can release like the slim versions later on. Which you know everyone, you know every company does it. Sony, Microsoft, Apple do it every time. You know. So yeah, that's not surprising. But yeah, that shit is huger than a motherfucker. Damn. So yeah, then we went to FIFA, and then we went to FIFA. You know, that was a bit packed. Well, it wasn't packed, but all the booths were like taken up. So we went downstairs to like some over 18 section. They had Battlefield, they had Dead Rising 3, Killer Instinct, and Ryse Son of Rome. Yeah, all the booths are still packed up. So we went back upstairs and, you know, played a game of FIFA. You know, the day before I went to this event, there was a few next gen gameplay videos of FIFA on YouTube, which I checked out. And y'all know me, I think FIFA's so just garbage. It's become so bad. And when I saw these videos of the next gen, I was like, you know what? Wow, this looks pretty damn sick. You know, like I wasn't expecting this when I saw the videos I'm talking about on YouTube. I was like, damn, I can't wait to play FIFA tomorrow. You know, at this Xbox One event, see what FIFA said on next gen, because it looks pretty good. I can't wait. So when I went to play FIFA, I was so disappointed. I was disappointed, man, because of course, yeah, the graphics look. FIFA 14 on next gen is basically a high-res version of the current FIFA on current gen consoles. That's all it is. It looks cleaner, it's smoother, you know, textures are better, and little stuff like that. Nothing big, nothing major. Gameplay wise, I mean, you know how EA keep coming out and saying they've got a new engine for FIFA 14 on next gen, you know, the Ignite engine and shit. If nobody told me that there's a new engine for next gen FIFA, there is no way in hell I would have realized that this is a new engine I'm playing on. No way would I realize that. No way. You know, absolutely no way I would have realized that this is a new engine. Absolutely not. The game just felt the same, just like I said, a bit more better graphics and stuff. Nothing major. It's so disappointing. And wow, what a bad game. What a terrible game. You know, and I don't know if it's just going to be the Xbox One controller, but when I was playing FIFA and I was running down the line sometimes, my thumb would like slip off the analog stick. Yeah, I don't know if that's a problem with the controller. Oh yeah, one other thing about Forza 5 real quick. Now I don't know if the controller's broken or if it's Forza, but there was vibration on the L2 and R2 buttons, whatever you call it, RB, LB. There was vibration on the buttons. And I was like, what is this? I mean, it just did not feel right. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a broken controller or Forza's, or is it meant to be like that? If it is meant to be like that, that's a huge fail. Because if you're pressing R2 to like if you're pressing RB to accelerate, I mean, I understand you want vibration and stuff, but you shouldn't really get vibration on your fingers like when you're pressing the trigger buttons, you know what I'm saying? It just felt so weird and bad. Like, damn, that was pretty horrible. And yeah, but like I said, the Xbox One controller is pretty good, So we went back downstairs to the over 18 sections, and they had, like I said, they had Battlefield. You know, we sat down to play Ryse Son of Rome. We sat down to play Ryse Son of Rome, and this might surprise a lot of y'all. But out of all the games that I played down there, I had most fun with Ryse Son of Rome. I can't lie to y'all. There was this gladiator type game mode where you'd go into one of the arenas. It's like a survival game mode, and on the top of the screen there's like a bar which shows how excited the spectators are. So we have to try and do survive these waves of enemies and kill them and excite the fans and shit. You know, it was pretty cool. The combat system is pretty good, I'd say. I mean, it's no Batman Arkham City game. I mean, the combat's not as good as a God of War. The combat's pretty decent. It reminded me a bit of the Arkham games where how you parry and shit. They had that kind of element in it, which is pretty cool. The combat's pretty decent. I mean, it's good. Graphically, the game looks great. You know, we've all seen Ryse Son of Rome. Graphic looks great. the game was pretty fun. I can't lie to y'all. As far as the quick time events go, they did kind of have a few quick time events. They've taken off all the button signals, so it's kind of like you have to flick the right analog stick down or up or whatever to do the quick time events, or something like that anyway. But overall, no, the game was pretty good. I mean, if I was getting an Xbox One, I would definitely pick up Ryse. From what I played, it was pretty decent. It was pretty good. Yeah, then we went on to Dead Rising 3. The game looks 720p at 30 frames per second, right? I was watching Dead Rising 3 and my boy was watching Dead Rising 3, and the game just looks boring. Like, obviously I didn't want to play it because the game just looked boring, but the graphics weren't special. It was just smoother, more cleaner, like all these next gen games must be because it's a new generation. Dead Rising 3 I wasn't really impressed with. Graphics, like I said, ain't spectacular whatsoever. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with Dead Rising 3. I didn't even want to play it. But like I said, I ain't gonna finally put on a full judgment on the game. But yeah, it is what it is. Went on to Killer Instinct. Played 2 games of Killer Instinct. Brought up a little bit of that nostalgia feel. Killer Instinct's pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's a Mortal Kombat killer or a Street Fighter killer or any of that caliber. It's not going to be an amazing game, I reckon. I think it'll be a good game. I mean, it was pretty decent. Played two fights or so with my boy. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily blown away. Obviously, yeah, the animation and the graphics are pretty good. Like I said, it's next gen. These things have to look good. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty decent. Killer Instinct, pretty decent. What else? Yeah, I wasn't too excited. I mean, there was only like 4 characters in the game. Apparently, when the game gets released free to play, there's only 1 character. I don't know what's going on there, but that's garbage. And then what else? Yeah, my friend, I mean, we walked past Battlefield 4, but it's just like, I'm getting Battlefield 4 in a few weeks' time. I don't really need to waste my time playing it here on the Xbox One. Yeah, Battlefield's Battlefield. I don't really need to talk about that. I mean, the game looked pretty decent on Xbox One. Can't say I was blown away by Battlefield 4's graphics. But yeah, nah, graphics were good though. Graphics were good. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. Went back upstairs and my boy said, you know what, let me try Forza one more time, because I don't believe this game's that bad. That's what my boy told me. I said, you know what, you want to play Forza? That's fine, you go play it. I'm just going to sit back and watch because I don't want to play this game. I don't want to play this game, I said it straight up. I don't want to play this game. He played it. I think he played like 1 or 2 laps, and he just left. I mean, he was so disappointed. And then towards when we were walking out, they had some Kinect Sports Rivals, I think it is. What's that game called? One of the Kinect games anyway, where you're on a ski jet or something. And Kinect. What the hell are you thinking, Microsoft? What are you thinking? See, Sony are smart. Sony, they bought a PlayStation Move, which was a stupid idea. They know that PlayStation Move, it wasn't going to pick up. It wasn't special. There wasn't any major games for it. So they said, you know what? For PS4, we're going to forget the Move. That's what Sony said. And they made the right decision. 100% positive decision right there. Microsoft, they wanted to stick with Kinect. They want to shove it down your throats. Absolute bullshit that Kinect is. So we went up to Kinect Sports Rivals, and what you have to do is, obviously you have to calibrate first. So you're gonna, I mean, one of the attendants, there was this hot girl, and she was trying to set up the game for me, and she put up her hand towards the camera, and it just wasn't working, and she got tired. I was like, carry on doing this for me, bitch. But I went up there. And I put my hand up trying to calibrate the damn Kinect motion sensor. I was standing there for like 2-3 minutes and nothing was happening. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And then it finally showed up, it calibrated, and I mean, you use your hand like a mouse. So you use your hand to like control and navigate and shit like a mouse on a PC. And that wasn't accurate at all. It was not accurate. But yeah, when the game started, it was pretty cool. Like, it was accurate in terms of like, if you want to move left, what you do is pull. I mean, imagine riding a jet ski, right? So you got your two hands in front of you up here, and then you would if you want to turn left on the jet ski, you would pull back your right hand. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to turn right, you'd pull back your left hand. That was pretty accurate, you know. But after 1.5 laps, my arms were gone. You know, I played 90 minutes of football, you know, and I can do that, you know. I'm not the fittest guy, but I can play 90 minutes of football, even 120 minutes of football. I can play 2 hours of football, and I'll get through it. But holding my hands up over my shoulders for like, well, not over my shoulders, but holding my arms up straight up for like 2-3 minutes, I couldn't do it. My arms were just dead. And after 1.5 laps, I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm going home. Fuck it. And my boy, he was like, what is going on here? Kinect is garbage, man. I mean, absolute garbage. It's so bad. I mean, why? Microsoft, why? Why are you going to force this shit upon people? Why? Just give it up. No one cares. It's garbage. Motion gaming is garbage. No. Kinect is so bad. And you know, when we were leaving, I told my boy, you know what? I'm glad we came to this thing. I'm glad we came to this Xbox One event. You know why we're glad that we came to this Xbox One event? Because all it did was justify our purchase of the beast known as the PS4, the quad. That's all it did. This event, this Xbox One hands-on, it justified our pre-order of the quad. That's what it did. The PS4. It justified our purchase. You know, it really did. And I know we've only got Killzone and Knack and a lot of indie games as exclusives at the moment, but there's more exclusives down the line. And a lot of y'all might say, you know, a lot of the games are multiplats and shit. That's true. That is true. But Killzone is the best looking game on next gen. Let's be honest. Graphically, nothing comes close to Killzone. But you know, Knack is going to be amazing. Trust me when I say that. I know these things. Knack is going to be amazing. But like I said, this Xbox One event just justified our purchase of the PS4. The quad is coming, y'all. The quad is coming. 2.5 weeks here in the UK. What is it? 4 days? 4 days in America, y'all. Y'all must be going crazy right now. I mean, if I had 4 days left for the PS4, wow. I would not be able to imagine what would be going through my head right now. Damn, that shit, oh, the wait, I cannot bear it, I cannot bear it. This week's going to be crazy, by the way, with that PS4 event coming up. Imagine if you get some crazy new exclusives. Uncharted 4, damn, if they announce Uncharted 4 at that event, wow, I don't know what I'm going to do. Wow. But that's just my hands-on, my first impressions on the Xbox One. You know, I said what I gotta say. This event was great. Amazing event. What an event. It was amazing. You know, that event, it was so good that it justified our purchase of the PS4. That's how great this event was. Seriously. Xbox One. Wow, you just justified my PS4 purchase. Kinect. Come on, y'all. Come on. You know, it's... Wow. Kinect. Like I said, that's my impressions on the Xbox One. I don't know what to say. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like, you know, subscribe for more. You know, there's a lot coming up with PS4, so make sure y'all do subscribe. Hit me up on Twitter, links in the description. And that's it for me, y'all. I'm out.